What's up, guys? It's Mr. Parsons coming at you for a book talk. Today, we're going to be talking about this book right here. This is New Kid by the author and illustrator Jerry Craft. You may have heard me just say illustrator. That is because this is a graphic novel. So it's a novel in the sense that it has characters and a plot, and it all ties together over a series of chapters. But it's illustrated like a comic book. So you can see it's just like reading a novel, but it's in the form of a comic. That makes it a really easy jumping off point if you haven't read for a while or you're just getting back into reading. This is a great book. It's a very quick read. It's easy to read. It's quite funny. So it's one you might be interested in. So let me tell you a little bit about this book. This book recently won the Newbery Medal. Now, the Newbery Medal is given out to the best piece of young adult fiction that's created each year. This was the first graphic novel to ever win the award, so it tells you it's extremely well received by critics and other authors. It's a fantastic, fantastic book. So what's it about? Well, the story centers on a young seventh grade boy named Jordan Banks. Now, Jordan Banks lives in New York City. He comes from a fairly humble background. His parents aren't super wealthy or anything like that, but he gets accepted into a prestigious private school that's kind of in a really nice neighborhood. And because he's quite smart and he has a lot of academic gifts, so he kind of gets accepted to this school. And so he experiences what it's like to be the new kid at this school. And that's really the focus of the book. He doesn't necessarily feel like he fits in straight away. He is African American. Most of the school is white and very privileged. And so he kind of feels a little bit like he doesn't necessarily see himself reflected in his classmates or in his teachers. Now, not only do we see Jordan Banks kind of experiencing things at the school, but Jordan is an artist. He wants to go to art school and be an artist. And so he keeps a sketchbook with him. And as a reader, we get access to that sketchbook, which is really neat because his comics are always hilariously funny, but they also show what he's thinking and feeling about what's going on. So a really cool way to access what Jordan's thinking about what he's experiencing. So I wanted to share with you just a really quick example of what that looks like. This is Jordan's sketch. He's about to go back to school. He's going to be attending this exclusive kind of school for the first time. And you can see from his sketchbook, which he's showing to his father here, that he's having some pretty big feelings about it. He's not as excited as his parents are that he's going to this kind of elite school. So you can see there, the history books trying to get him, and he's kind of, having some big feelings about going back to school, which maybe some of y'all experienced last week, getting ready to go to high school for the first time in a new building and everything else. So very cool book, very easy to read. And once again, I give this my highest recommendation. It's one of my hot reads for the month. I give this book 5 out of 5, and I encourage you to check it out. That is New Kid by the author Jerry Craft.